Welcome everybody, we are here again today to show you to be here with some more severe weather coverage, as we do have another enhanced risk today that we will be looking at today for South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. We're going to be looking at those places today. My girlfriend Alexis is here with me today. Say hi.
Hi.
When I have to go out, like to use the bathroom or something here, to take over temporarily. But we're going to go ahead and get started here, as the National Weather Service did issue a tornado watch for parts of Montana, Nebraska, and Wyoming. This includes a few tornadoes possible, scattered hail up to apple size likely, and scattered gusts up to 70 miles an hour likely. Includes a population of 384,267 schools and 21 hospitals. We're going to go ahead and get started once I can load this up. Perfect. Alright. So currently we have one tornado warning in Wyoming right now, just to the north and to the west of Casper in Wyoming. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that and get kick-started here today. Hope everybody's having a great day today. And there's the rotation, that right here. Once my drawing mechanism pulls up, there we go. So right into here is where the rotation is, and it's going to be moving towards Camel Hump and Highway 25 as it moves to the north and to the east today. Another thing I wanted to cover really quickly here, let me go back to reflectivity. We're going to zoom out. We're going to come over this way. Alright, so you can see we have an enhanced risk for today. The enhanced risk right here, that includes Rapid City, Spearfish, Gillette, and then we have the slight risk today that includes Sioux Falls, Sioux City, and Casper, and then we have the margin, and we have another slight risk down here for Lubbock, Texas, Wichita Falls, not quite in Dallas, but just to the little south of, or north of Dallas, and then just to the south of Oklahoma City, that does include Amarillo, and then the marginal risk all the way around here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go look at our severe thunderstorm warning. We have a couple of them with a tornado possible tag, one in Wyoming and another, both of them in Wyoming actually. So we'll take a look at those in a minute, but first we're going to zoom in down here to Texas, and we're going to be looking at these storms down here in Texas and Oklahoma, as we have a couple or a few severe thunderstorm warnings for this area. We got one for Stigler and Gainesville, and then another one that includes, let's see, Choctaw Nation, just to the south of Canton in Texas. So very quickly, we're going to go back to our tornado warning. None of these storms down here in Texas and Oklahoma don't seem to be rotating, but that could change very quickly. Yeah, I don't see any rotation with that storm. So we're going to go back to our one tornado warning in Wyoming. Just near Camel Hump in Wyoming, near Highway 25 and County Road 259. We're going to go check correlation coefficient and see if we have any debris on the ground, maybe. See if this tornado is on the ground, and no, it is not on the ground. Expires in 10 minutes, so we'll have to wait and see, but the supercell is right into here, right in like that area. So we're going to go back to velocity. There's the rotation couplet. It looks pretty strong. Again, it's moving to the north and to the east. It's going to head towards Highway 25. Let me make sure it's moving north and to the east. Yeah, north and northeast at 35 miles an hour. Tornado and a ping pong ball sized hail. This eventually could head towards a Midwest in Edgerton in Wyoming. So we'll kind of try to map it out for you guys. It's gonna, oops, that's a bad line. This is the direction. It may head just to the north of Midwest, or it may head straight towards Midwest. It's a little too far out to tell right now, but you need to be getting in the safe spots. And another thing I want to talk about today is the flash flood warnings for Oklahoma, Virginia. We have some for Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. So we have a bunch of flash flood warnings. And that's another threat with the severe weather, is the flash flooding risk. And there's the latest scam that just come in, and it does look really impressive. Just to the south of Camel Hump. This rotation, it expires in 8 minutes, so we'll see if they issue a new warning. But the rotation with this does look pretty healthy. We're going to look for any tornado debris signatures. I'm not seeing any, so this tornado is not on the ground. This tornado warning storm is not producing a tornado yet, but it very well could be. Again, that's your kind of a broad area, but a very strong rotation, and it's going to move either to Midwest or just to the north into the east of Midwest. That still remains to be seen. We have 8 severe thunderstorm warnings, all for 60-mile-an-hour winds and 1 inch in hail or greater, and a few of them, or a couple of them, with a tornado possible tag. The ones with the tornado possible tag are probably this severe thunderstorm warning right here. I believe, is this the same area as this? Yeah. So this tornado possible tag severe thunderstorm warning does include this tornado warning here, and then we have another one in Johnson, Wyoming, with a tornado possible tag. So quickly, we're going to go look at that, and just to the north and east of Casey, we do have a storm trying to rotate here, and it's going to move in this general direction to the north and to the east. So need to be watching out for that. Let's see. It looks like it may go over mainly rural areas if this did, produce a tornado. So that is good news. That's good news there. But back to our tornado warning. And there's the new warning. We just got a brand new tornado warning. This is still radar indicated 1.5 inch hail. This is still warned for tornado and ping pong size hail. It's moving east at 35 miles an hour. I think it still might be moving northeast, but we'll see. But that's our new warning, and your rotation's right there, and it's going to be moving to the east, so it's going to eventually cross Highway 25 and County Road 289 in Wyoming. Let's check correlation coefficient. Make sure that we're not, missing any tornado debris with this. And no, we're not. I don't think there's any tornado debris with this storm. So we're gonna go back to the velocity. Again, that's your rotation. It's gonna be moving to the east. Maybe take a little bit of a northern track. Midwest, you're not Midwest in Wyoming. You're not included in this, but if this does take that northeastern push and head in this direction towards you guys, I would be, going over my tornado plan right now, getting ready for when that warning gets issued, or even before then. So again, this is our tornado warning. Radar indicated, expires in 35 minutes. They're going to allow this to go until 3:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. And the other tornado warning was just allowed to expire. So now this is our only tornado warning. 1.5 inch hail, so the hail did bump up 1/2 inch from the last warning. We're going to wait for the next velocity scan to come in. But that's our rotation. It's moving in this general direction. The National Weather Service says it's moving east. We'll see what the next scan says, whether it's moving east or northeast. That is brownie. So look at this. Look at this brownie. Sorry guys, this brownie was just impossible to break apart.
Okay.
Let's see. Still not seeing any other tornado, possible severe thunderstorm warnings anywhere else anyway. But if you're under a severe thunderstorm warning today or a tornado warning, especially make sure you're taking shelter. And the latest scan just came in and it doesn't look that impressive at all. It looks like it's kind of broken up now, but we are getting farther and farther away from the radar, so it may be a little hard to tell. But it looks like the rotation has weakened from this part of the storm. It might be trying to do something up here just to the north of Camel Hump, and it would move to the east, or it would move to the northeast. Yet to be seen. But maybe a new area of rotation possibly just to the north of Camel Hump in Wyoming. Just fix this really quick. Whoops. Alright. So if you're just joining us here, we have a tornado warning that includes Camel Hump in Wyoming and along Highway 25 and parts of County Road 289. The rotation was here. It doesn't look too impressive anymore, but to the north of Camel Hump, we could be seeing a possible another area of rotation trying to form up that it could either go northeast or directly east. That's kind of yet to be seen. We'll go look at correlation coefficient and see where tornado debris could possibly be. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. So this tornado still just radar indicated, not on the ground currently. So going back to velocity. Now we're up to 11 severe thunderstorm warnings. So again, I'm not too concerned about this area right into here right now. This rotation right here has significantly weakened, but it could be because if I zoom out and show you guys here, you can see we're on the outer edge of the radar, or getting close to that outer edge of the radar. So it's going to be harder to kind of tell if that's truly what we're seeing or not with this storm. That's something we're going to have to just kind of monitor and watch as it moves into this favorable environment for the enhanced risk today. That does include Rapid City and Scotts Bluff in South Dakota and Nebraska. Take a look at the Johnson, Wyoming tornado possible tag. It's definitely trying to do something here as it moves in this general direction. It's going to go into rural areas, so it's not a huge concern. So they may not issue a tornado warning for this, strictly because out in front of it, out in front of the storm, is really just rural areas, and there's really no harm to people in the path of this thing. But you can see here that there is Reno Hill and Reno Road. So these don't know how many people live out here in this area, but this rotation is going to probably move right towards Reno Hill and over these areas here. So we need to be watching out for that. The next big name that I see that I could be hitting if this stays long tracked is Pleasant. Is that Pleasant? Yeah, Pleasantdale or Pleasant Gale. Sorry, along Highway 50, but it's too long. Even Gillette up here. This is a little too far to be sure in this type of scenario. A tornado warning is just to the south of that, and yeah, it's kind of all broken up. Doesn't look really impressive. It's kind of just a huge, broad area. Doesn't look as impressive as it once did. So most likely, unless this re-strengthens, we'll see. See right there. Now, it could be trying to re-strengthen, reproduce again. As you can see, those greens and reds are kind of mixing up, and this could be trying maybe to make a tornado. Again, it seems to be moving east, maybe a little northern. If I'm in Midwest or Edgerton, I would monitor this, but I wouldn't stress about it. The rotation does look a little better than it once did, but again, we'll have to see if it can stay strong or stay impressive for a long time, enough for the supercell to produce a tornado. That remains to be seen. If everyone is having a great start to the weekend, I know if you live in these severe weather areas or in this tornado warning, may not be having a great start to your weekend, but I'm here live today. I'm going to keep you guys covered, probably for the next 3 hours or so, because I do have to do some important things later tonight with some of my friends and family. But I wanted to be live, even if it was only for 3, maybe not even 4 hours, because I like to keep my word a lot. Whenever there's an enhanced risk, I'm going to try. I was debating whether or not to go live earlier. I was, just because I had so many things to do today. But I knew that, a lot of people count on, severe weather coverage, because some big weather people don't go live unless there's like a significant outbreak or something. But whenever there's an enhanced risk, I like to go live, whether there's a 10% hatch risk for a tornado or not, just to be able to cover significant events, because I'm pretty sure I was one of the only few people who were live streaming when the Medora, Texas tornado happened. Unfortunately, that town is significantly damaged by that tornado, and plus I called out that tornado in Washington County, Colorado, that had twins near Akron. It had twins. We showed a picture of it on the stream. So just trying to establish some credibility here, but not about me. It's about the severe weather and this ongoing tornado warning just to the south and west of Midwest and Edgerton. Again, it's trying to rotate back up again. It's trying to be impressive, but from what I can see, it's more outflow dominant than it is inflow dominant. So we'll have to kind of wait and see what happens. But I mean, even if you're not getting a tornado, you're probably getting some strong winds with this. I mean, all these yellows right here are near 50, 60, up towards 70 mile an hour wind gusts, or sustained winds maybe, with these storms. So need to be watching out. But if you live anywhere, wait for this hot bar to go away. There we go. If you live anywhere in, well, let me draw this. If you live anywhere in this vicinity, if you live anywhere in this little box I got drawn, you need to be watching out for this storm. This storm is trying to produce another, not another tornado, but try and produce a tornado. But velocity is just not looking as impressive as the storm once did just moments ago when we started the stream. And I'm not seeing anything that indicates this is on the ground either. Still radar indicated. And just shorten the warning. Still radar indicated. One tornado and $half size hail. Locations include Teapot Rock. This includes Interstate 25 between mile markers 210 and 229 that are in this warning as well. Yeah, it's just this. It just doesn't look that much impressive. The velocity just doesn't look impressive, but we're also, not sure if we're seeing, the right data, as this is moving out of the radar, and it's going to be making this tell if we're actually seeing a weakening or if it's strengthening, but it's just so far away from the radar that we don't know. And that's something that we're going to kind of have to, play by and just make sure that, we can just be safe. There's a new mesoscale discussion, which I don't think it'll let me read just because the discussion's in the Tornado Watch. But most likely it's just talking about the weather and how it may start to ramp up soon as it gets more into the warned area. Back to our one singular tornado warning. It's like a ball of energies right here, and it's just, expelling all this out the way. And that severe thunderstorm warning was just allowed to expire. That include a camel hump in Wyoming. So that tornado warning, or severe thunderstorm warning, has just been allowed to expire. Again, we're just looking at our one tornado warning right into here. Doesn't look as impressive as it once did, but still moving. I wouldn't say directly to the east. I would say it's moving to the east, with just a hint of a northern push to it. But if I'm in Midwest and Edgerton, I would still not be just slacking and just okay, we're not in a tornado warning, so we're not going to get hit. It doesn't matter. This could easily ramp up quickly and turn. This signature could ramp up very quickly, and it could turn northeast within a heartbeat and come straight towards Midwest and Edgerton. So you need to be, watching the storm even though you're not in the tornado warning. There's the latest velocity scan that just came in, and again, just not too impressive, but it's fixing to cross over Interstate 25 probably in a matter of moments. So if you live anywhere near or along the... No, why is my OBS being weird? Okay. Alright, I think we're good. It was just, that was being really weird. Alright, back to radar Omega, back to our tornado warning that we're looking at. It's to the south and west of Midwest and Edgerton in Wyoming. Is this live? It is. It's cut up. Okay, good. Alright. Expires in about 20 minutes. Let's get expired at 3:30 Mountain Daylight Time. Area rotation to watch is still a strong outflow boundary right here. Just pretty much to the east of Camel Hump, but there's just not enough strong enough inflow to make this significantly rotate. But I mean, the storm is still trying to rotate. It's still trying to produce something, and we just got a new warning here. They just upped the hail risk, so now it's a tornado, a golf ball sized hail. It's moving east at 35 miles an hour. This is a golf ball sized hail now with this possible tornado. So now instead of $half sized hail, you're getting baseballs now. So you could have, if you live anywhere in, let me move my cursor down. If you live in this area, right around in here, where it's 20, 40, 50, maybe even 60, just pretend someone is just pelting your house at, let's just say, anywhere from 40 to 60 miles an hour, and they're just throwing it. It's just baseballs constantly. Not just a couple, just constantly. That's what we could be seeing here. And again, the latest velocity, I mean, a very strong outflow, but the inflow is pretty weak. So I don't think that this storm, I mean, it's still trying to rotate, but it's not as good looking as it was when we first started the stream. I've got 18 minutes here. Any more tornado possible tags? This one in Texas and Oklahoma is warned for 65 mile an hour wind gust. So, well, this doesn't look too impressive. Let's take a visit down to Oklahoma and see Oklahoma and Texas, and take a look at the severe thunderstorm warnings down here. Okay.
If you would like to show it, then you can, but you don't have to.
Alright, do you know where it's at?
I sent it on Twitter.
No, like the location.
Let me look really quick. It's looking like Riverton, central Wyoming. Very likely tornadic. He said, sometimes you just have to sit back and appreciate the atmosphere and what it can do. 3 supercells stacked on top of each other in central Wyoming, all very likely tornadic.
Alright, that was an hour ago when we had multiple tornado warnings for that area. So we'll go ahead and show that since we don't have anything too impressive going on at the moment. So this is from meteorologist Andy Hill. As you can see there, what he drew, a supercell there, a possible supercell there, and another one here. Pretty interesting. We'll open it up so we could everybody can see. I mean, that was around 2:37. It could have been
an hour ago.
So in Mountain Daylight Time. This was in Mountain Daylight Time. Okay. Thank you for sending that in. And that is again from meteorologist Andy Hill, professional meteorologist. Alright, make sure there's nothing else.
I'm doing more research.
We're going to refresh the weather list. Make sure we don't have any news or anything like that we need to catch up on.
Did you show that one day ago, the Matador, Texas video? You did? I didn't see you do it. I was just asking.
Alright, this severe thunderstorm will chills until 11 p.m. That's the mesoscale. Alright. Okay. We're going to go back to the radar now. Nothing too impressive going on there on the Twitter side of things. But you could see on the east side of Dallas and Oklahoma City, we do have a few severe thunderstorm warnings. One does include Sherman, Texas. We're going to take a look and see if any of these storms are rotating. Let's go ahead and take a look. You could go ahead and open the door.
I'm gonna use the restroom really quick. Do you need me to take over after I come out?
Yeah, I need to probably use the bathroom.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Alright, so here in a few minutes I'm probably going to have to go use the bathroom. But anyhow, while I'm still here near Van in Texas, we do have a supercell that could be rotating. Oh, okay, there it just switched the colors. So I'm not seeing any, and maybe here near south of Tundra could be seeing something, but I'm not seeing anything too impressive. So we're gonna go back to our one tornado warning storm in Wyoming. It's to the south and west of Midwest and Edgerton in Wyoming. And okay, let's focus our attention back on this. This looks a lot more impressive. So there's the area rotation. Just crossed over Highway 25. It is going to move to the east. Yeah, that looks a lot better. That's even better than the first time when we first started this stream. So this is a little interesting to see now. Not seeing anything that would indicate that this is on the ground, but this velocity signature looks very strong, and it's going to move to the east, and it's going to cross over County Road 289. And unless is my screen just not loading? Okay. So it's going to move into a lot of mountainous terrain. So if you live anywhere in this area here, I would be going ahead if possible and getting to my safe place. And there's a new warning. We just got a brand new tornado warning that's been issued for this storm. Another radar indicated. So this isn't on the ground yet. This is warned for 2-inch hail until 3:45 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. The hazard is a possible tornado and hail up to 2 inches in diameter. So need to be taking shelter if you're in this brand new tornado warning. This does include, I believe, Antelope Hills in Wyoming. We'll see what direction they say it was moving. East at 25 miles an hour. Again, this rotation does look a little bit. Oh well, it did look a lot better, but now it's weakened off again. So again, but this storm has a history of strengthening up. It's going to move to the east. It's going to move in this general direction. It's moving at 25 miles an hour. Okay, that's just the same thing. Okay. So yeah, the rotation does look not significantly better than it once did, but again, this is your rotation. It's going to be moving to the east at 25 miles an hour. So you live anywhere in this area, or really anywhere in this polygon, you need to be taking shelter immediately. I'm going to quickly take a bathroom break.
Do you need me to take over now, or do you want to wait?
Oh, I'm just going to go. So my girlfriend Alexa's going to take over. Y'all say hi. Be kind, be nice.
Where are we at right now?
We're in Wyoming. We got a tornado warning. The velocity signature doesn't look that impressive.
Okay.
Storm's moving to the east at 25 miles an hour.
Alright.
Alright, I'll be right back, chat.
I did get a Twitter update about another tornado possibly in Wyoming. I forgot where it said though.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back, guys. Stay safe, stay whether we're.
Alright, let's see here. Just check your alerts really quickly. Radar indicated tornado warning. It's not looking too bad at the moment, but let's see here. That's a observed tornado warning, 2-inch hail. It expires about 23 minutes. It looks like, hang on, let me see here. It looks like it's moving this way now. But I can't be too for sure. So hi. That tornado warning in this one. It's this one. It's a radar indicated Natrona, Wyoming. It's gonna be extended till 3:45 p.m. And that's observed and that's radar indicated.
That's this old one. The observed one's the new one, so that tornado's on the ground observed, and I can see why. All right.
Yeah,
Let me hop back in. It's
all right.
It's time to get serious. All right, I'm back here, and now we have an observed tornado warning. The rotation again does look more impressive, and the National Weather Service agrees. Let's see if this is radar confirmed or weather spotter confirmed. We're gonna go check that out right now. Public confirmed tornado. So the public has confirmed this tornado to be on the ground just to the east of Highway 25, and it's going to be moving east at 25 miles an hour. It's going to cross over Country Road 289. Now, like I said, if you're anywhere in this mountainous range area, take shelter immediately. Take shelter now. Even if you're not in the tornado warning out ahead of this, take shelter now. This is not a PDS, which is a great thing. We're going to check the correlation coefficient just to see if this is on the ground. And there is a little you can see the little greens starting to pop up here, so we is maybe starting to pick up some debris as this moves off to the east at 25 miles an hour. Again, it hasn't looked impressive. It's looked impressive, hasn't looked impressive, and now it's impressive again. And it's on the ground, and it's moving to the east. It's excuse me for yawning. Again, this is a moving across County Road 289 in Wyoming. This tornado is on the ground. I believe it is starting to cause damage. You could see the debris signature there as it moves to the east. So we're going to switch back to velocity. And that is your tornado warning, or tornado that is on the ground. It's going to be moving to the east. Let's see if I can do some timing here. Saddle Rock in Wyoming. This tornado may head just to the south of you. But if you live anywhere in this mountainous range area, really where I circled, maybe not Saddle Rock, but we'll include it just to be safe. take shelter immediately. This is not something you want to play around with, and just wait till the last possible second. If you don't have an interior or a storm cellar like a basement or something to get into a most interior room, a closet, a bathroom, get a mattress. Take that if you hide in the bathroom, take the mattress, put it over your head. Wear helmets and shoes. Most injuries happen after a tornado because you get nails or splinters in your foot, and they can get infected and you can get hurt. So you need to be taking shelter. You need to be safe, as this is a tornado on the ground. It's probably fixing to move right onto or over County Road 289 here. Once we get that next scan. And that's what we're waiting for, is the next scan to come in to see if we can reevaluate the storm. If you're in Saddle Rock or anywhere in this area, please take shelter immediately. Don't wait till the last second, because you may only have moments. It looks like you have minutes here on the scan that we're looking at, but you may only have moments as this tornado gets close. And there's the latest update, and it's actually there's the area rotation. It's actually fixing to move over 289 and made a little bit of a northern push. So now, if you're in Saddle Rock, this is going to move right towards you. If you live in the Saddle Rock mountain range area here in Wyoming, we're going to look at correlation coefficient. We're going to see if we can see if there's 100% debris. It doesn't look like it. It looks like the debris signature has significantly dropped off. I'm not seeing any sort of debris on this latest scan here. But the velocity does look pretty strong. So here's your tornado. It's going to move to the east. Maybe a little bit of a northern push. We'll see. But if I live anywhere out ahead of this, in the polygon, you need to be taking shelter immediately. This expires in 17 minutes. It'll go to 3:45 Mountain Daylight Time. Damaging tornado and 2-inch hail still with this. And till 3:45. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Get this out of the way. Again, this is the area of rotation that has produced the tornado. It's just to the west of Saddle Rock, and this is moving east. It might go right through Saddle Rock, a little to the south or a little to the north. Excuse me. So if you live anywhere in this area, please take shelter now. Don't wait till the last second. Don't wait till you don't have time, because you may not have time in this situation. Again, nothing super impressive on correlation coefficient, which is a good thing. That means it's not, on the ground causing massive damage. The latest scan just came in, so we'll quickly take a look at the velocity. Has this updated yet? I don't know if it's updated or not. It might have. And it might just stay stationary. Oh wait, no, there's the latest scan. Okay, so right now, here's your area of rotation right here. It's crossing over 289 right now as we speak. And this looks like it's going to move just to the south of Saddle Rock in Wyoming. But still need to be taking shelter regardless whether you live in Saddle Rock or not. If you live anywhere in this observed tornado warning, you need to be taking shelter immediately. We'll check correlation coefficient just to see if we can see if there's any confirmed damage on the ground. No, I'm not seeing any damage on the ground. This is your area of rotation right here, right over, pretty much right over highway, highway 289 or County Road 289. Sorry, it's gonna be moving in this general direction. But I'm not seeing any debris signature with this storm. So we'll have to wait and see what what this does. Again, we have, if you're just joining us, we do have an observed tornado warning for Wyoming. That includes Castle Rock and Saddle Rock and Teapot Rock mountain ranges in Wyoming. This is going to move to the east, and it's going to eventually get to a lot of potential populated places out here. Mostly it's rural areas, which is good, but there's also people living out here that they may not know about this. They may not have service, so they may not be able to get to alerts about this. So you need to be able to excuse me. You need to be able to try and just hope that these people get this warning somehow, some way, and are able to take cover or shelter in some way possible. The latest correlation coefficient scan, not seeing anything that would indicate this is on the ground or anything that's impressive about this storm. We're gonna wait for the next, and there's the new warning. Still observed, damaging tornado and 2-inch hail. This is a public confirmed tornado. And there's your area of rotation. Right to the south of Castle Rock. That's your area of rotation. Just moved over 289, County Road 289, and it could be moving towards Saddle Rock or maybe a little to the north. So these next couple scans here are going to be very, very interesting to see. If we get any debris signature or not with this tornado. This is our one and only tornado warning that we have right now. Alexis, do we have any news reports?
Let me check really quick. I'm not for sure yet. Keep talking about that, and then I'm gonna go on Twitter and check really quick.
Just see if there's anything, see if you can get any pictures of this observed tornado near Castle Rock and Saddle Rock in Wyoming along County Road 259. I'm sorry, 259, not 289, 259. That is my apologies.
Yeah, I'm looking now.
But again, that your area of rotation is going to move right near Saddle Rock, or a little to the north, or a little to the south. This has kind of been jumping around a lot, so we kind of don't know. We're just waiting for the next scan to come in, and while we wait, I have Alexis looking at Twitter to see if we can get any sort of imagery of this tornado on the ground.
I am not seeing anything right now.
Okay.
Hang on. I'm looking. No, that wasn't.
So again, your area rotation's right here, right over County Road
Casper.
2.
I'm gonna send it to you on Twitter. It's a tornado on the ground north of Casper, Wyoming. 24 minutes ago.
No, it's 20. That's old news stuff.
Yeah. That was 24 minutes ago.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is. So there's the new area. The latest scan of velocity will show the picture of that observed one, but it looks like it's moving north, maybe even northeast now. It looks like it's changed directions again. It may head to the north and to the east. We'll look at correlation coefficient. We'll see if we can get anything from this. And no, I'm not seeing any debris signature with this storm currently. But we still have an area of rotation that could still be producing a tornado on the ground just south of Castle Rock. It's going to be moving east, but with a little east-northeast. As this heads, it's probably going to head up maybe up to near Ross in Wyoming. This could be potentially heading near your direction, or probably a little bit to the east of your area, so you need to be watching out there. Again, nothing just that's too impressive. The velocity is impressive. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's definitely something there, but the correlation coefficient is not resembling anything. Saying, look, there's our area rotation is right in here, and there's no debris signatures, which is good. That may mean that there's no houses or anything out in this area, which is great news. Which means that hey, this tornado is probably not harming anybody, which is great news. This expires in 9 minutes, so we'll have to wait and see. It will this tornadic thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of northeastern Natrona County in Wyoming. So that is great news that it's moving mainly over rural areas, as we saw with the mainly over rural areas. So that's good news. But again, that's your area rotation. Moving to the east with a little hint of a northeast push. So we're going to very quickly go to Twitter and look at this picture. This is what you said. How long ago was this?
Let me go back and look.
This is 27 minutes ago. That was the tornado on the ground north of Casper, Wyoming. That's the one that we were most likely talking about by Tom Blackford. Thank you, Alexis, for finding that. As you can see clearly, it's mainly over rural areas, but you can see that is a definite cone shape. That's probably at least EF2, maybe even EF3 status. Looking at that there, so good thing it's over rural areas. That is great to hear. So very thankful for that. But we still got to monitor this, and again, it's not as strong as it once was. But the rotation couplet's still there, still moving to the east-northeast at 20. Well, the latest the latest warning says it's moving east at 25 miles an hour. That may change that, because if it was moving east, it would have went straight through Sandal Rock, but it's kind of gone in between Sandal Rock and Castle Rock.
Caribou County.
How long ago was this?
Idaho, 15 minutes ago. Jordan Hall posted it 2 minutes ago.
So where is this at?
Jordan Hall said Caribou County, or Doug Iverson said Twister Town, this tornado was spotted in Caribou County around 12:30 p.m. Friday. And
12:30. Oh, well, that's.
Fortunately, there was no reports of injuries, but still.
All right. So anyhow, this is our velocity couplet. It's gonna be moving to the. It's gonna be moving to the east at 25 miles an hour. I believe it still might have that northern push as it went in between Castle Rock and Saddle Rock, and the rotation was right here. And if it was moving east, it would have gone this way. But I think it's moving in a northeast direction. So I believe this area of rotation more than likely is. And there we go. We got a new tornado warning that was just issued. This is still have the observe tag to it. This is a confirmed tornado. Damage of tornado, hail up to 2 inches in diameter. A public confirmed tornado. This is not a PDS, which is great news. As you can see, it will remain mainly over rural areas. And the velocity signature is now looking to weaken. It doesn't look that strong. It is weakening, which is, again, just great news to hear, as it is moving north and to the east. Let's check correlation coefficient. Yeah, I'm not seeing any radar debris with this, so it's probably just, a tornado in the mountains. So, we're going to kind of switch gears now. It says we have 2 tornado warnings, both for the same storm. So we're going to check out some of these severe thunderstorm warnings. We have one for 70 miles an hour in down here in New Mexico. Gonna zoom out, take a broad look at everything. I'm not too concerned about the tornado warning. I know it's an observed tag, but the rotation on it does not look that impressive, and it's going over rural areas. So there's really, excuse me, really nothing too important to look at there. We're near 50 alerts on the Radar Omega app. So as you can see, we have a tornado watch here for these areas in Washington and Wyoming. And again, that's our only tornado warning up here, but it doesn't look that impressive, so we're not gonna. We're still gonna look at it, but we're not gonna pay that much of attention to it. And my phone lagged behind by 10 minutes, so this isn't good. Catch this up to speed. There we go. I've been live for almost an hour.
How long are you going live? 3 hours? 2 or 3 hours?
At least 3 hours. You know, I want to be able to provide a lot of coverage.
Yeah, I was just asking.
So, because I know we do have a lot of stuff to do today. But again, we do have that enhanced risk. That's why we are live today. That does include Rapid City in South Dakota. We're near 50 alerts. We have one tornado warning that is observed. Doesn't look that impressive right now. On radar, we have 13 severe thunderstorm warnings. And we have a poop ton of special weather statements. Zooming back in on our tornado warning that is observed. Again, we're not going to get any debris with this because it's over rural areas, but you can see it's still there. The couplet's still there, but it's very, very weak, so not anything of interest that I'm seeing right now. Excuse me. But I don't think we have any more tornado tag severe thunderstorm warnings. We just have some for 50, 60, 65, one for what was that one for 70 mile an hour winds from Texas, South Dakota, New Mexico, Washington, Utah, and Montana. So we have a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings and a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings. Again, this is our only tornado warning. Doesn't look that impressive, so we're not too worried about that. We're going to go ahead and zoom out, take a broad look at everything. Going to zoom out. We're going to look at the enhanced risk. That includes Newcastle, Rapid City, Spearfish, Pine Ridge, Sydney, Kimball, Scotts Bluff, Valentine, Ainsworth, Winter, Perry, O'Neill, Ford, Broken Bow. I'm not going to name all the cities, but if you see your city name or you see your county in this enhanced section, just be prepared for some bad weather this evening. Again, there's a bunch of severe weather expanding near Salt Lake City, kind of a broad area here that we're watching for some severe weather. And then if we take a move down south, we can see we have some bad weather down here near Lamar and in the Texas Panhandle, and down here near Dallas. So a bunch of severe weather to talk about today. And we're back down to 11 severe thunderstorm warnings. We do have one tornado warning for Wyoming that's observed, but it doesn't look that strong anymore, so I'm not too concerned about it. We're going to move back up north, though. We're going to zoom in just a little bit. Excuse me. Zoom back in a little bit. I'm going to try to catch my phone back up. There we go. Again, I hope everybody's having a good start to the weekend. Unfortunately, we do have severe weather today, but it's alright. We're here. We're covering it live for you guys, making sure you stay safe, and weather aware. I'm going to go ahead and show that tweet really quickly. So this was yesterday. Today's Friday.
Oh yeah, that was today around
12:30. You said.
12:30, yeah.
So this was around 12:30 between Soda Spring and Fish Creek Summit in Idaho. You can see the tornado there. I mean, it looks scripted almost. But that very
interesting.
But again, there were no reports of injuries, so very, very nice. Very thankful for that as well. Yeah. Very good to see that there, that nobody's injured, and we're all, everybody's good. Gonna refresh this page and go back to Radar Omega. Again, we'll have to see. This expires in 27 minutes. So we'll have to wait and see if they issue. Most likely they're just going to downgrade the observe tag. I don't see why they need another one. But again, all along South Dakota, Wyoming, Nebraska, just some severe thunderstorm warnings, a few special weather statements, and even one tornado warning. But again, I'm not seeing anything too impressive with that. A bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings, but luckily, I believe none of them have a tornado possible tag, which is great news. Just warned for a bunch of hail, strong winds, and that is about it. So we're going to go back in on the tornado warning here. Just to check velocity, make sure it hasn't re-strengthened, because it's a possibility. And no, I'm not seeing. Excuse me. Again, we are getting farther and farther from the radar, but I believe from what I'm looking at, I'm not seeing anything impressive. Nothing. No rotation with this tornado. So this warning will most likely be allowed to expire here within the next 30 minutes. Doesn't mean you shouldn't take shelter, because it could easily spin back up, but just means that, hey, good news is it's weakening, so it's not going to be causing major damage. Let's see, we have now again still 13 severe thunderstorm warnings. So yeah, this is our outlook for today. Let's take a look at why there's an enhanced risk. I'm pretty sure everybody knows why. There's the tornado threat for today. You have the 5% in the brown and the 2% in the green. That include the 2% goes all the way down towards Texas, but the 5% is right here. That includes Gillette and Casper and Torrington in Nebraska and Wyoming, even getting into South Dakota as well. I'm going to now look at the wind threat for today, and that's why we have an enhanced risk, or an area of why we have an enhanced risk, is because we have a 30%. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. We have a 30% chance for winds up here and a hatch risk to see hurricane force winds. And down here near Lubbock and Amarillo, we have a hatch risk to see hurricane force winds. And now we're going to look at the hail threat. And again, there's a hatch risk for hail today. You have a hatch risk down here for Texas, and then another one up here for South Dakota, Nebraska, Wyoming, and then you also have that 30% as well. So all the main reasons why we have this enhanced risk today. We'll talk about tomorrow and day 3 when we get towards the end of the stream. So, again, now we're at 15 severe thunderstorm warnings. Still not our record. I think the record we had, we just went down to 14. I think the record we had was near,
30.
no, it was 27.
Do you need a break?
I don't need a break. I don't take breaks. Okay. I'm taking it.
Would I be able to turn the light off, or do you want to keep it
No,
on?
I have to get the light on.
I mean, that's not
No. So, looks like they just, for that tornado warning, looks like they just issued a severe thunderstorm warning for it. That is warned for, again, the tornado possible with it, which makes sense. 1.25 inches of hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So let's take a look at that. I believe it's our only tornado possible tag, and it is, which is great news. So we're gonna zoom back in here. We're going to look at the velocity. And yeah, again, just nothing significant. So again, this tornado warning will be allowed to expire in 22 minutes, or in the next few minutes, they could just National Weather Service can just cancel it all together. So that's something we're gonna have to wait and see. Drag this over here. Sorry for yawning again, guys. But again, we have 2 different severe risks today. Of course, we're live today because we got the enhanced risk up here for South Dakota, Nebraska, Wyoming, and Montana. So as you can see, we have an area of severe weather up here, and then we have that other area of severe weather down here, and Oklahoma, Texas, maybe even Kansas as well. And Colorado too. So, according to I've seen weather models, right along near Rapid City and Perry, we could see very strong wind gusts later tonight, and then we could see down here near Oklahoma and Texas, and near Amarillo and Lubbock, we could have more severe winds that we have to look out for. Again, now 16 severe thunderstorm warnings that are in place right now. No new tornado warnings, which is a great thing. Sorry, chat. So our one tornado warning will be allowed to expire soon, but now we're just looking at this area here and this area down here, and again tracking a multi-state severe weather outbreak. It's not a tornado outbreak; it's just for some really gusty winds and some hail as well that we're looking at. My phone's lagging behind, so let me check that forward. Alright, chat, I'm gonna go run to the bathroom. Do you want to take back over? Okay. And there we go. Oh. Okay, that was weird.
What happened?
Did they still... Cause that went away and then it came back. This expires... Okay, there we go. Now they canceled it. So that's good news there, that they've canceled all of the tornado warnings. So now we're just talking about severe thunderstorm warnings now, which is great news. So I'm going to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys. Let me zoom in over here, or move the angle over here. So again, I'm going to just circle the areas. So again, we have the tornado watch up here, severe thunderstorm watch down here, and then we have different areas of severe thunderstorms that we need to be watching. I'll be right back momentarily, and Alexis, she's not taking over, so it'll just be kind of silent for a moment. But again, if you live anywhere in these 16 severe thunderstorm warnings, the main risk is going to be wind and hail. So take shelter. If it's above 1.5 inch or hail, 1.5 inch hail or larger, please take shelter like it's a tornado warning, because that can damage homes and roofs and your vehicles and cause significant damage. I'll be right back, and stay safe.
Is it on mute?
Huh?
Is it on mute?
Yeah. I'm gonna go see what I'm on you. You can take back over if you want.
You can leave it open. Leave it open. Hi. Look at there. Look at there. So, is he still online? He's alive, yeah. But it's fine. You can go ahead.
Oh, well, we gotta figure out something with the pool, something about the pool pump and whatnot. What happened? It's nothing wrong with it or anything. It's just the it's a weird.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I'm not gonna see it.
Oh my gosh. Look at him. I think he likes it. I'm not going with you for a minute. What do you find?
He's so weird.
What, buddy?
What, buddy? You wanna lay? Or you wanna get down? Come on.
What's your name?
I'll just come back in here. She's on.
Something's wrong with the pool. Or the pump. So they gotta figure out something to do with it.
What?
You wanna get back in there?
Alright guys, I am back live here. Severe weather coverage across South Dakota, Nebraska, Montana, Wyoming, Texas, Oklahoma, Colorado, Kansas. Again, just a multi-state severe weather event that we are covering here today. I know, I see him.
He likes his new bed.
Just gotta check something really fast about the stream. Make sure that everything's still going good with the stream, because I want y'all to have the best experience possible that we can. Let's do here. Just gonna wait for this to load. Okay, I don't know why it's not getting enough video. I mean, I don't know.
I'm so tired.
Alright, anyhow, back to our severe weather coverage. Again, we have 49 alerts. We have 14 severe thunderstorm warnings, flash flood warnings that we need to be watching out for as well. Again, mainly the severe weather is up here in this tornado watch region, and then the severe thunderstorm watch region is where we have these other severe thunderstorm warnings. None of them have tornado possible tags, which is great news. They're all just warned for hail and a bunch of wind. This one in Wyoming is warned. We actually have two different tornado possibles. This one's a new one, and Platts and Gossam, Wyoming. So we're gonna go take a look at that. This includes Wheatland and Guzzerney in Wyoming. I'm sorry if I pronounced those names wrong. We're gonna go look at the velocity. This includes the Wyo Ranch, Fort Laramie, Lingle, Dialer. And we're going to look at the velocity here. And again, I'm not seeing anything too impressive. So they may take the tornado tag out of it. We'll have to wait and see. Let's go back to reflectivity though. And the other tornado possible, one that was continued for that tornado warning that now includes Ross. Look at the velocity, and yeah, no rotation with this. I don't see anything that would indicate there's rotation with this. Just strong winds that are going to be moving through anywhere from, this warning says 60 mile an hour, so anywhere from 60 to 70 possibly mile an hour wind gusts or winds with that storm. So a little update here, no tornado warnings, which is great news, but most of the severe weather has yet to move in to the more favorable environment here in South Dakota. These storms are going to push to the east and probably rapidly strengthen. And these storms down here near Amarillo and Lubbock, Texas, those storms are severe already. They're not tapping into that tornado potential environment, but the tornado potential is not strong down here as it is up here for Rapid City and Perry. But again, the tornado threat is a threat, but it's not the main threat. It's going to be wind and hail, as you can see here about all these severe thunderstorm warnings across multiple states. And quickly, because I am talking about weather here, we are going to take a look at the tropics. And we're going to take a look at these tropical storms out here. So let me go to here and turn this on. That's past track and intensity. I need a cone. Projected track. Okay, so we have Tropical Storm Sydney. This is gonna mostly stay a tropical storm, and then as the storm's gonna move in this direction and then kind of curve out this way out into the Atlantic, and tropical storm bread's gonna weaken as it may take a little northern push and head towards the Yucatan, and we'll have to update on that, but nothing too impressive in the tropics, as we do have two tropical storms. We are watching the couple waves coming off of Africa behind these two storms that we're going to need to be watching. But again, no new tornado warnings, just a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings. A couple of them tornado possible, but the tornado possible ones, I'm not seeing any signs of, hey, that's rotating really good, just kind of weak rotation or barely any rotation at all. This one in Texas is warned for 2.5-inch hail and 70 mile an hour winds. Same thing here for Upton, Texas as well. Yes, I do need a refill, please. Thank you. So again, we're still at 13 severe thunderstorm warnings. We have 8 flash flood warnings, and that's another thing we need to talk about here, is these flash flood warnings. Because flash flooding is another threat of severe weather that we have to talk about. It's not only the tornadoes, the wind, and the hail, it's also the rain, the flash flooding that you get. Because a lot of these storms are going over the same areas over and over and over again, and it's going to cause flash flooding. And you got to be able to give me 1 second. You got to be able to know what to do if you're in a low-lying area and you get under a flash flood warning. Most of the flash flood warnings, though, are in Montana. So if you live in a flash flood warning and you're in Montana or anywhere else that there may be a flash flood warning, just be safe. Know what right now. Know what you're gonna do, and see where, get with a family member or somebody, and have the game plan ready in case you do have to potentially evacuate your home. Keep me all occupied till they get back with the other drink. Again, if you're just tuning in, we have live breaking severe weather coverage, as we do have an enhanced risk today up here for the Midwest. That does include South Dakota, Wyoming, and Nebraska.
Do you want to eat or want anything else along that?
I might need another snack.
We're almost out of ours.
Just give me a bag of chips.
Okay. Doritos?
Doritos, please. Yeah, again, we're just watching, these storms unfold. A lot of these storms up here near, in Montana, Wyoming, getting into South Dakota, they're going to enter a more favorable environment for these storms to rotate and potentially cause a potential tornado. And that's what we're kind of waiting to see, is if when these storms get into that more favorable tornadic environment, how many of these storms will begin to rotate and start producing tornadoes. You don't have sorry, you don't have to be in a severe thunderstorm warning to get a tornado warning. So a tornado warning can pop up with any storm if it's rotating enough. We do now have 14 severe thunderstorm warnings, all with some of them with tornado possible tags, a bunch of them with anywhere from less than 1 inch hail all the way up to 2.5 inches of hail, and that is getting towards baseball and softballs, getting thrown at your house, your vehicle, or anything like that at 60, 70 miles an hour, and that's a dangerous situation. But again, we're just watching to see when these storms up here near South Dakota and Nebraska and Wyoming, see when they move to the east, if they tap in that more favorable environment and become more tornadic. And that's what we're waiting for. The tornado threat is slim to none down here in Texas and Oklahoma, but the hail and wind threat is still there, and that's what the severe thunderstorm watch is for. We'll take a look at this. As you can see, the probability for a tornado is low, but you have a moderate risk for your wind threat and your hail threat, and that's why severe thunderstorm watch is issued for Amarillo and Lubbock. And then you also have a severe thunderstorm watch for Dallas, as there's a couple severe thunderstorm warnings down there near Dallas, Texas. Moving back up here to the north, again, just kind of watching to see when any of these storms, when they move to the east, if they begin to rotate. So we're just kind of playing the waiting game. But if you do get under a severe thunderstorm warning, just stay safe, stay weather aware, make sure you're in your you have your action plan just in case there is a tornado warning issue for your location today. And that's kind of what we're waiting for. Is to see when this next warning is going to pop up. But if you live anywhere in this area here in South Dakota and Wyoming, we're going to go ahead and stop it there, and just kind of erase this area back in here. Let's see, just kind of erase this. Here's a really bad job, but it's gonna have to do. But if you live anywhere in this area, just please prepare for any possible tornadic supercells that may try and form up in this area. Open this bag of chips here. Alexis, any more news reports that we could see?
Not so far. I haven't been on it because I've been watching your stream, making sure everything goes good. I'm on Twitter now, looking at the moment. Okay, 1 minute ago, this video.
What's the video about?
It's a Chugwater, Wyoming. So the,
Is it the tornado that was?
I can't really tell, but this was exactly 1 minute ago, west of Chugwater, Wyoming.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look here. We're gonna go to here. I'm gonna grab a chip while we wait.
My phone is still lagging.
Let's go ahead and full screen this and watch this. We're gonna mute the sound. But you could see.
Stasis or something.
Okay. That's that supercell that most likely tried to produce that tornado in Wyoming over those in that rural area. So very nice to see that there. Alright, so this is the latest mesoscale discussion that does include Dallas, so let's take a read. Clusters of storms including embedded supercells are expected to persist, spreading southward through the evening. The more intense storms are capable of producing damaging wind gusts up to 60 to 70 miles an hour and isolated large hail 1 to 2 inches in diameter. And then the pair, okay. So this is just now from the Storm Prediction Center, or the National Weather Service, sorry. Scattered severe storms with large to very large hail damaging winds and a tornado or two possible for parts of the north central plains. Severe storms with these hazards may develop in North Texas, especially in the Panhandle or north central Texas. Severe thunderstorm watches are in effect for parts of the central southern high plains in north central Texas. Severe storms capable of producing very large hail and severe winds are expected in the watch regions. So we're gonna go back to Radar Omega. Again, no new tornado warnings, which is great to hear. No tornado warnings is good. The tornado threat I didn't expect to be very big for today. But we are looking at a bunch of wind and hail threats, and that's why we have 16 severe thunderstorm warnings. I think we have a new tornado possible. For Montana, for Powder River, Montana, there's a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning. So, now we talked about Montana, or looked at any storms in Montana today. We've talked about Montana, but we never looked at any storms in Montana. So let's take a look at why there's a tornado possible tag with this. Of course, we know why, because there's this storm could possibly produce a tornado, but we're going to look at the velocity and see what the velocity signature says. And that's not good. This might be in a radar loop. Okay, so this might be a little harder to see. Will Rapid City cover that? Rapid City might cover it. No, it doesn't. I don't think Riverton would cover. Let's wait and see. So if you live in the severe thunderstorm warning in Montana, just be careful that there could be a possible tornado with that severe thunderstorm warning. Back to reflectivity. Gonna zoom back out again, kind of get a good view to everybody. Oh, that's a little too far out. Well, that's way too far out. Again, if you're just joining us here, we do have a multi-state severe weather event that we are covering here today across the plains and in Texas. Mainly for wind and hail, but there is a tornado threat that does persist, and we've seen video confirmation earlier that we've had already, a confirmed tornado on the ground in Wyoming.
I am not seeing anything right now. So yeah, I'm not saying anything right now. Like I said, let me look at my following and see what we got going on.
Fast forward this. Let me check something really fast.
Like I said, I'm not seeing anything right now, so I think it's gonna start dying down, but it's hard to tell. That little cave we bought Storm today, he really loves it.
I know. Alright, okay. I think we're good. I hope we're good. Alright, back to our severe weather coverage. We're still, waiting to see when these storms will tap into that environment. As you can see, we already have a couple severe thunderstorm warnings, correct myself there, in South Dakota. If things continue to kind of stay calm like this, we may end the stream here at 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. And if I were to end the stream, the main threat up for in this region here will just be the wind and the hail, but mainly the wind in this area here. And then for these areas down here, in Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, and Colorado, the main threat would be wind and hail as well. Again, you can't rule out a tornado in any of these regions, but it would.
So what time are you ending the stream?
Possibly 6 Central.
You can always end it at 5:30 if nothing's changed. Because like I said, we do have to get some of that stuff done.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying. I'm just giving a suggestion.
we have been live for over an hour and a half now, so thank you guys so much for all tuning in and enjoying the stream for over an hour and a half.
You enjoyed it a little bit? Look at him. Look, babe. He loves his new bed. Whoa. Whoa. What's that?
Alright.
Oh, you don't get comfortable.
So again, if you're just now joining us here, we are covering a enhanced risk of severe weather today in these regions here, and then a huge slight risk down here that does include Amarillo and Dallas, Texas. I think mainly Amarillo though. So.
You said Daddy.
Quickly, while we have a little bit of a break here, let's talk about tomorrow. There is not an enhanced risk for tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a very busy day, so tomorrow if there is an enhanced risk, I will not be able to stream it. I'm sorry, I just have a lot to do tomorrow. But there is a slight risk here for the 5% for tornadoes. For Des Moines, Waterloo, Iowa City, Ames, and West Des Moines, Iowa. And then the wind threat. There's also the 15% hatched, or the 15% for wind, and then the 15% hatched for hail as well. And also for Sunday, we have a slight risk that includes Ohio, Tennessee, Kentucky. So we'll have to be watching those areas. And then on day 4 through 8, on Monday, we might have to go live Monday. I've seen some people that are a little concerned and say that Monday might be interesting severe weather day across North and South Carolina and Virginia as well. So from now till Monday, we are talking about some severe weather. But again, today is the main day because there is a day 1 enhanced risk of severe weather today that we are currently covering right now. Most of these storms are moving into that region as there's still a lot of time to go here for these storms to try and do something. Get out of this, get out of that. Perfect. Okay. So we're starting to see some severe thunderstorm warnings in Florida. There's another one up here that does include Florida and Georgia. So all these severe thunderstorm warnings are bringing 50, 60, 70 mile an hour wind gusts with less than an inch of hail or greater, up to 2.5 inches of hail here in Texas. There's some tornado possible ones. So we're going to run through all the tornado possible severe thunderstorm warnings. The first one we have is in Wyoming. We have a bunch of them in Wyoming, tornado possibles, but we're going to look at this one in Converse, Wyoming. That was an extension for that tornado warning that it wasn't really impressive anymore. So let's take a look at velocity, see if we see anything impressive. Maybe to the south of Ross, there might be something trying to rotate there. So to the south of Ross, there could the storm is trying to rotate again. So definitely now going to keep our eyes peeled, as now we kind of need to focus back up there near in Wyoming. Let's now look at another tornado possible tag, severe thunderstorm warning. Again, it's in Wyoming again, so we're going to go take a look at it. Is this one tornado possible as well? Yes it is. Okay. Okay. Something maybe right up here near Slater. These storms could be trying to rotate, or just to the south and east of Slater. Again, just going to be something that we're going to have to wait and see. Let's see. Let's go back to our severe thunderstorm warnings. Okay, those two are for the same thing. Again, this one in Montana We can't quite look at just because it's in a radar, a radar hole. It's really hard to tell where the rotation is.
Somebody wants this one.
But somewhere, or maybe they're talking about this area right here. Maybe a little something in this area here possibly, but it's really hard to see on radar currently. So, and I believe that is all our tornado possible severe thunderstorm warnings. If I could scroll down, that would be nice. Alright. I'll be right back, guys. We're gonna have Alexis take over. And
Where are we looking at?
really anywhere you want. I got the severe thunderstorm warning list pulled up so you can take a look at that.
Oh, watch out for little man while you're right here.
Alright, chat, I will be right back.
Alright. So we're going to look here at the severe thunderstorm warning. This one near Lawrence, South Dakota, it has a hail of 1.75 inch and then a wind of 50 miles per hour. For this one in Henderson, Texas, it's only 60 miles per hour with not half a dollar hail. So, there is 4 tornado watches. So, yeah. But other than that, we have about 65 alerts, 23 severe thunderstorm warnings, flash flood, 9 special marine is 4, tornado watches is 4. A severe thunderstorm watch is 7, and then special weather statement is 29. Let's look at these. Look at these here. We are just looking here at the moment. Gotta figure out. Alright, give me a second. I'll be right back. Oh. I want to sit here.
No.
Peace.
Stop.
Look. I don't know what it's doing, but
Alright. So everybody,
tell me.
everybody, I'm back. Unfortunately, I am gonna have to end this stream here. There's just so many things I have to do today, and I'm just so stressed out with what I have to do. Hope y'all can understand. So, if you live anywhere in this, in the enhanced risk, slight risk, marginal risk, watch out for spin-up tornadoes possible. The main threat for the rest of the evening, most likely, and all these areas down into here is probably just going to be some wind and some hail. But thank you guys so much for watching.